like it was on purpose every time until now.
Yes. And welcome back to this character versus this character. I got it. The show where we take two characters from separate universes and they fight each other. Who is fighting today?
Today we have Yuta Akotsu versus what's Sasuke's other name?
What is his last name?
Sasuke Uchiha.
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 Sasuke.
Sasuke Uchiha.
Sasuke. Yes, this is a really good fight, I think, and I'm very excited.
This is probably one of our best fights we've cooked up.
I'm very excited to record this and talk about it. So yeah,
I feel like a lot of people that don't know both these verses are gonna be like, "This is a weird fight. Why would you?" Dude, trust me, this fight it'll be tight. So first thing we're gonna get on the board is we're gonna just do balances. So everything's gonna get balanced, like chakra and cursed energy. We're gonna put those on the same playing field here.
What was the other thing I was gonna say? They're both gonna have full access to their ability. Oh, this is pre-fight with Naruto Sasuke. So right before he fights Naruto in the Valley of the End for the second time, not the first time.
And then I'll just take current,
and then you'll take current Yuta. Reason why I did that because I think I don't really want to do Boruto Sasuke because I don't want to get into all that. But if we did after Shippuden Sasuke, he wouldn't have an arm. So we were going to go right before he fights Naruto. So, yes, that's who...
Instead of fighting Naruto, he's fighting Yuta.
Yeah, I guess we could put it... So we're going to do it... Or we're not going to do it like that. So that we do it at the Valley of the End, but no. Yeah, so I think that's all the prerequisites.
Those are prerequisites. I don't know if that's the word actually.
That's probably not the right word to use there.
That's like the college one, bro.
That's like the college one, yeah.
That's the college word.
Prereqs for like how you have to take this class. But anyways, let's get into it. So
let's get straight into it. We're just gonna go in and just kind of talk about.
I think a lot of the stuff you could talk about are like watches, like their battle IQs and their like how long they fought for and their combat experience, stuff like that. So we're just gonna talk about their powers. So Sasuke has the base, kind of like the most advanced training a ninja can get in terms of his like decision making, in terms of his hand-to-hand combat, in terms of how he uses his weapons and his surroundings. He's like one of the best ninja at doing that. That just comes with a Naruto character, so I'm putting it here at the start to just kind of say that. But his base abilities, obviously, is the Sharingan, but most his fire and lightning style jutsus are his main two.
It's his bread and butter.
We'll get into the more broken stuff later, but being able to control fire and lightning is very nice. Sasuke has a lot of different abilities he can do with this. Obviously, the classic Chidori, pretty classic, good to use for that, and the fireball jutsu or whatever. That one as well, and then obviously he has the more advanced ones. I don't think he'll be able to set up Kirin, unfortunately, which would be really sick if you could get that off in this fight. Do you know what that move is?
Yeah, it's going to be a very fast moving fight. There's going to be little breaks in general.
It would be sick if he could set that up. Because the cool thing was in the fight with him and Itachi, he was able to set that up like during the fight. Like their collision was like, the fight, like when they were throwing stuff, throwing hands during the fire style, he created a storm while he was doing that, and then he was able to do that. So he could do something like that, and I feel like that would do a lot of damage to Yuta, but it's pretty unrealistic.
So let's start right off the bat. First thing we got to attack on the board here. Yuta has reverse curse technique. That's going to be extremely helpful to be able to heal his wounds mid fight. So straight up dope epicness. Like Sasuke, both have experience fighting with swords, so I think we're gonna get a little bit of sword fighting in here. Should be pretty sick.
We would too. I think we might get some hand-to-hand combat a little bit too.
Get some hand-to-hand combat. We're gonna get some sword fighting. One of the things I want to touch on, or I guess the big thing I want to touch on, is Yuta has cursed technique. I don't know what you want to call it. He can copy cursed techniques pretty much. So from things we've seen is like one's inherited by bloodlines. He's able to just like pick up and I can do that because why not? Which is crazy. He's one of the only 4 special grade sorcerers in JJK. I'd say he's probably, if I had to pick, the 3rd strongest character in the show. That'd be my take on that.
Hmm.
So very strong, very powerful. And this is gonna be tight because when Yuta comes into this fight, he's not coming in with just having cursed energy. He's coming in with cursed speech. He's coming in with probably one of the biggest factors I'd say here is he's coming in with being able to use Hollow Purple. We've seen him use Hollow Purple when it was
Yeah.
on the line. He turns up and he's like, "Oh yeah, check this out." Bonk! Toasts him. Toasts
Yeah.
Gato, bro. Gato barely made it out of there alive because he just missed a little bit. But either way, I mean, Sasuke's losing an arm at the very least from
Yeah, he
that.
might lose just like in the Naruto fight, he might just lose
Yeah,
an arm.
exactly.
But
It's just gonna end with him just laying there without an arm. Just like it's gonna be the same
it's gonna be
thing.
like the same shot when he's in at the end of the Naruto fight. But
But
no,
here's what we need to
yeah,
adjust right here too. Both these people are not just themselves. There is a cursed being or a tailed
Susanoo
beast.
or no
It's
Susanoo,
Susanoo.
Susanoo,
Whatever. I
not
don't
Tail
care.
Beast.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he
I don't
hasn't
know.
watched Naruto, by the way. He knows a
Whatever.
little bit about
It's
it,
the
but
same thing. It's the same thing.
yeah. So
They both
yeah,
have something
they
along
have
those
some
lines that
super some huge power up
they
that is
can
going to make them a lot
summon
stronger.
and
That's what
also have them throw hands while they throw hands. So we're talking about Rika and how do you pronounce the dude's name?
Susanoo.
Yeah, what is it? How do you
It's
pronounce his name?
there might be a specific name, but it's just his Susanoo.
There is a
I don't
specific name.
I don't know if they might call it by a specific name, but this is called Sasuke Susanoo.
Oh yeah, Garuda.
Garuda, that's what it is. So
Rika and
Sasuke,
Garuda.
yeah. So Sasuke Susanoo, for those of you who don't know, he has a complete Susanoo, which pretty much means his body is like he's inside of this giant or like it's hard to describe really what it is. It's like this.
So mech.
It's like a mech, but it's like see through kind of. But he can awaken this because he has a Mangekyo. I can never say that word. Sharingan, and yeah, he has the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. But he has that, which pretty much gives him the thing. I don't know how tall the thing is.
It's massive.
Very very tall. It gives him protection from like a lot of different attacks. It does a lot of damage. It has two swords. And it's definitely Sasuke's. That's when he's at his strongest for sure. He was able to fight toe to toe with Naruto when he was using his nine tail beast form with the Kurama Link mode. So he was able to fight very evenly with Naruto in that case. So that's just to show how strong he is.
And then Rika also is a special grade curse. Rika has no holds barred, violent and scary, and will do anything to protect Yuta. Anything at all. Will hurt people in horrible, scary, nasty ways to protect Yuta. And I mean, I think as soon as he lets Rika out, Rika's gonna wreak havoc. You know what I'm saying?
Corny. No, the good thing here about Sasuke is first off, the like I said with the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, it'll never run out. When you have the non-eternal one, your eyesight will slowly run out, so you can't use your Sharingan. But he also has so the Susanoo can stay longer. He also has like an insane chakra pool, which is pretty much his endurance. So he can use a ton of different techniques, and so his endurance is super high as well. But the base levels of the Sharingan, and here what I think would be a good advantage is the base Sharingan has Future Sight, which could be really useful in some of these cases. And it mostly works in the show in Naruto with hand-to-hand combat, but it also works with specific attacks. He's been able to dodge. There's a fight he has towards like the middle of it's like middle beginning of Shippuden, where this dude sets up this massive explosion, and he's able to use the Sharingan and he can see it's coming, and he can get into hiding and protect himself from that. So,
yeah.
And then I don't know if is there any more abilities? I'm not caught up in the JJK manga, so I don't know if I'm missing anything.
Superhuman strength and speed. And up until the current point, he speed blitzed the one of the strongest people in the verse, and they didn't even realize that it happened.
I think the last big thing for Sasuke here I want to touch on is he has an insane amount of abilities, but this is probably, it might be stronger or like on par with his Susanoo is his Rinnegan, which gives him a couple of different abilities. He can switch places with people or anything, like Law's ability pretty much. He can also pull things in. So he can take like a bunch of like rocks and rubble and he can seal people up like that, and then he can take people like pretty much just
Entrance
pull them
covered
in.
by bricks and rubble.
What?
I said entrance covered by bricks and rubble.
Yeah. So he can pull people in and stuff like that. It was shown during a lot of different parts, but at this point he hasn't used his Rinnegan a lot, so he doesn't have a lot of experience with it. If we go with this version of Sasuke, and the reason why I didn't do Boruto Sasuke is because he can time travel with that thing, and I don't want to talk about time travel in this fight. So
he can also barely beat dinosaurs.
Yeah, no, but so
Bro needed the help of a dinosaur to fight dinosaurs.
The Rinnegan, or I guess it's like the Rinne Sharingan, I should say. So he still has a Sharingan in it, so he can use the future sight and all that stuff. But the Rinnegan's abilities are nuts. I don't even really know the full extent of the Rinnegan's abilities, but hey, that's part of it. So I think this fight would be, I think both characters have way too many hacks. Some of the strongest characters in the verse, Sasuke at the end of Shippuden's like top 5. Like Naruto and Madara, maybe like Kaguya would beat him too, but like 1-on-1, of course. So, and if you include Hagoromo as well, but one of the strongest characters in the verse, I think Yuta would stack up really, really well, and I think this would be a really good fight.
And we're not going to decide who wins. We want you to decide who wins. So let us know in the comments who would win, and let us know who you'd like to talk about fighting later in the future. And with that being said,
he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. Just pay your rent. Pay rent. Pay rent. He really wanted